Hey, here I am on the 5th of July 2021. There's been a gap since I've done one of these videos, but I think it's time, and I think I can. Let's not go into why there was a gap. I can do that another day. There's something a little bit more pressing I wanted to speak into right now. So I'm in this beautiful part of where I live at 9:30 on a Monday morning, and that's significant. So for the last couple of months, I've been living with really debilitating migraines, and it's really interrupted my physical rehab, my emotional recovery, and it just is one of those things that I get to live with post all the treatment that I had in the last 12 months. It's becoming really quite evident to me that there needs to be a lot more discussion about what happens once you finish active cancer treatment, because I've been feeling guilty for months for having no evidence of disease prognosis or label, but feeling so rubbish. And true to me, I have been working very hard on my work conditioning because I miss my work. I miss the sense of purpose, the sense of accomplishment, the sense of significance. I miss being able to help people. Now that stuff's still going on, but the way it used to happen before cancer is really different to the way it happens now. So first point. Despite the fact that I had been working with cancer survivors for years before my own diagnosis, and would hear myself say to them, you can't expect to go back to the way you were before your diagnosis, I've been waiting for that day. I miss her. I miss the Jo that was keynote presenting at the first Therapy Reimagined conference in LA in September of 2019. They've had another conference since then. They're about to do a second one, and I'm not there. And yes, they've both had to be online, but I can't even do that because I can't participate for that amount of time. And when I can't do something that I used to be able to do, it reinforces a sense of failure. So I've been reading a book called Atomic Habits very slowly, because that's about as much as my brain can take in. And I finished reading a little bit of that this morning, and Smudge, my gorgeous recovery puppy, who's fossicking around beneath my feet, or around my feet, was really needing a walk. And I'd done my physical rehab, so my routine has been get your physical rehab done if you've got enough energy, but make sure you're down in your workspace for all your work conditioning for the next couple of hours by 9 o'clock, because a really difficult thing to rehabilitate people back into is the disciplines of getting up and ready for work every day. And I don't want to be one of those people, because I've had enough. It's been hard enough as it is. So I've been really forcing that issue, and I've got new little routines in my office. But often my physical rehab and my mental well-being will continue to be done with the leftover energy I have after my work conditioning, my work rehab. And I'm choosing to change that today. One, because I know if we don't get Smudge out, he's going to be nasty in the next couple of hours. And two, because I'm being encouraged by a community of women who love me and want to care for me to think about and experience what life could be like if I just did some of these things that I am so inflexible about, if I did them differently. So this is really hard for me to put my bodily needs first when I could be working or doing stuff that's going to get me closer to being back at work. With the mistakes, with the errors, I'm so I so want, somebody needs to walk, to be back the way I was, without the cognitive fatigue, without the error rate, without the difficulty in thinking about more than one thing at once, without the feeling accomplished because I just got something really powerful done. There's things that I miss. And yeah, I know you could be watching this and going, you just need to reframe what you're doing. When you're in the middle of this, it's really hard. Please don't ever tell your cancer surviving loved one, you just need to reframe it. We need to listen to what they're saying and help make it, it's really cold here, excuse my runny nose, and help make it easy for these loved ones to do the stuff that's meaningful for them while they're trying to work out what the heck is meaningful for me now. So I'm choosing this discomfort because I can tell I am so anxious about not being in my office right now. I am so anxious. It's like there's nausea because I'm that anxious. It's also nausea because I've got a migraine. I'm scared of going for this walk and just loving this environment because I do love being here. But what if I haven't got the energy or the physical capability to do the things that are on my agenda today? So no one will die. People know that I'm recovering, so my reputation won't be tarnished. That is a huge thing. I'm going to talk about that another day. And everyone says, do the most important thing, look after you. Well, I'm going to have a go. I'm going to have a go at doing that today because I think this is looking after me, although I have been rationalizing that doing my work rehab is looking after me too. So I'm going to sit with this discomfort and enjoy this beautiful walk, and we'll see what happens as a result. This recovery bit is hard. The getting through the treatment stuff is hard. The diagnosis is hard. The feeling like everything is upside down and topsy-turvy is hard. This bit is hard, and people aren't talking about it. And the implications for my mental health, my physical health, who I am as a person, my identity, that's all been shaken up. And for people like me who like to be in control, this is really, really uncomfortable. So here's to letting go of the woman I used to know and how much I miss her. I'm going to have to grieve her because without doing that bit, I'm not going to be able to go forward. So we're going to make our way down to the river, and I'm going to need two hands to balance myself on this steep slope.